Aloha. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video, and welcome back to another chit-chat video. So in my last chit-chat video, I talked about the question of why do black parents hate their kids, and so in this chit-chat I am going to be talking about how Netflix and the CW have an issue when it comes to representing teenagers. Because when you watch teenagers on Nick and Disney, they're too childish because, of course, you can't have too many dirty jokes when your main audience is 5 to 10-year-olds, you know? So they're always in these predictable situations. For some reason, they're never in class. They have so much time to prank people. They're dancing on tables, singing everywhere, barely any consequences at all, and if they do, it will be for 10 minutes. So it was not realistic at all. So of course, as audiences grow, the people that watch the Nickelodeon and Disney shows as kids, where they have many protagonists that are in high school, kids don't watch that anymore. Now they started gravitating towards the shows on the CW, Netflix, or even HBO if your parents subscribe to HBO, because the content on HBO is and teens are represented a whole different way, a way that kind of makes it seem like we're adults even though we're kids. And so that's what I wanted to talk about today. So of course I got my notes here, and without further ado, into the video. So this video is going to have two sections. So the first section is going to be about the adultification of teens and the impact that it has on teens nowadays. Alright, let's get into the adultification part. So the first point I have when it comes to adultification is obviously the issue you notice the most, and that is you have actors playing roles that are they're way too old for the character. The characters will be 14 through 17. So why are you having people between the ages of 25 and 30 play them? What do they know about a high schooler nowadays, when all they had was slow computers, Nokia flip phones, and first generation iPhones and iPods? When the Polaroid was popping, that's when they were in high school. So tell me, what do they know about high schoolers nowadays? Because some of them will even have forehead wrinkles, and you're expecting me to believe that they're supposed to represent teenagers. And this takes place in a lot of popular teen shows nowadays, such as All American, Riverdale, Euphoria, Elite, The Vampire Diaries, Gossip Girl, Ginny and Georgia, On My Block, and 13 Reasons Why. Obviously, these people have aged way out of the ages of their characters, but for some reason, they can't look for roles older than teenagers. Weird. But the shows are still good, and so are the actors playing the characters. It would make way more sense if somebody between the ages of 18 and 21 played them, because they're just getting into the acting scene, they want to get some experience, but they can't have it because it's blocked by people way too old for the role. But they don't care. My next point is, these people are teens, but they're played by adults. So for whatever reasons, the writers put them in adult situations. And so you may see them acting like a prostitute, then you see explicit sex scenes, them doing drugs, and alcohol.
Good! What is this, honey?
And they know that regular teens can't do these things because they know that their behinds will get sued. So they have adults play them. And they see no issue with that at all. Yes, they're adults, but the characters that they are portraying are minors. So why am I freaking seeing these people naked in the shower, no censorship at all, just butt naked on the screen?
Oh my god! I thought this was a classy party.
Just butt naked on the screen. They'll meet in the pilot. By the end of episode 3, they would have done it 3 times. And it's not even like some of the ones on the CW because it is going on cable. So they'll just kiss. Maybe they might be half naked, but then they'll wake up in the bed. Netflix, on the other hand, you will see it go down step by step by step. And most of the time, these are freshmen. Why is On My Block and Grand Army and Ginny and Georgia portraying 14 and 15-year-olds having sex? The writers are weird. The writers are weird. Because even I was trying to watch a clip of Euphoria. Tell me why the first time I see a clip from the show, half of the girls are topless.
That's enough. Oh, that's enough. Woo.
Yeah. And even one of my favorite shows that I did mention last year, Blood and Water, thanks to the uniforms and the ages, I was thinking that the show took place in college because of the mature things it was taking on. Tell me why these kids were 16 and I was seeing them freaking getting eaten out on the screen. Seeing them butt naked on the screen. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, sir. No, ma'am. We don't want this. We don't want this at all.
Ghetto here. You will not bring your ghetto here.
No. And it seems like when it comes to the relationships, they just I feel like a lot of the times when it comes to sex scenes, they just want to throw a hot body at us to shut teenagers up for whatever reason. Because I just mentioned they'll meet each other in the first episode, by the third episode they would have done it 3 times. So they're just so focused on teenagers. So that means teenagers gotta have sex, and more sex. So then I'm thinking, where's the plot? Where's the plot? Might as well have just made a whole adult film then, because I don't know what's going on. Most of the times when it comes to us teens watching shows about kids in high school, the sad reality is none of us can watch these shows with our parents.
Yeah. Watching a show together and a kiss or a sex scene comes on with my parents, I'll be like,
track star, she gon' run away when it gets hard. She can't take the.
If regular teens have to sneak to watch these shows, that's an issue. That is a big issue. Then, one thing is, for some reason, it feels like girl and bro code doesn't exist in these shows. Because they'll be hopping from friend's ex to friend's ex to friend's ex and see nothing wrong with that. Because I had an issue internally with holding the hand of one of my ex-friend's exes. Like, it was just weird. It's weird. Because I do know some kids that do have been... can't talk today. I do know some kids who have been in relationships for months and even going on maybe a year or 2. So they act like teens can't be in a solid relationship. Yes, they can as well. Not every teen drama is about just sex. And that leads me into my next point is they act like everybody cares about your virginity. Like, even though I like Never Have I Ever, not every sophomore is focused on virginity, she was talking about, I'm gonna go to a party with drugs and alcohol. Girl, for what? For what? I know you got gateways to study for. I know you got SATs and ACTs hurrying up. Instead of them teaching me about the nonsense that is proofs, we are learning about things that our parents should tell us. No. And they act like everybody cares about your virginity. You are not a loser if you are a virgin. If you're a virgin in high school, big up to you. If you're not a virgin, okay. You may be talking about it for a week, but then after that, we'll forget it. We don't care what's happening. And if you are invested in somebody's sex life, you need help. Psychological help. You do. Then, also, one thing I've noticed is when it comes to shows with a leading female protagonist, and most of the times when the main actresses are played by teenagers, why do they have a grown man playing their love interest? I.e., Never Have I Ever and Julie and the Phantoms. The main girl, when they were filming season 1, was 17. So why was she kissing a 28-year-old man? Yeah. We will call the cops, because that's not okay.
Whoa! Can I get another whoa? Whoa! Give me another one. Whoa! Call the ambulance. Whoa!
Because the thing is, of course, a lot of teenage girls do have crushes on men in their late 20s and early 30s, but if you tell me to kiss one, I'm running away. I'm running away. I'm running away. No, that's not okay. The thing, just because she's almost 18, that's okay. No, it's not. Because in Julie and the Phantoms, no, her and Luke did not kiss at all. But Maddie was 15 at the time and Charlie was 21. Casting directors, we need to have a word, because that's not okay. You're gonna have somebody at least 18? At least. And Disney had a big problem with that. In their shows, of course, they had teens play teens, but in their movies, on the other hand, that's a whole nother video. That is a whole nother video. Because they'll be having 15-year-olds dancing and making out with 26-year-olds. These writers are just creepy. No. I think it's not that hard for them to prepare us for the nonsense that is pre-calc, algebra 2, algebra 1, because they're acting like, oh, you're a loser if you don't have sex. But in the meantime, I feel more left out, not because of my personal life, but because I've been more pressured to watch anime than I have lose my virginity. It's just not realistic. Because anytime they're like, have you watched My Hero Academia? Have you watched 7 Deadly Sins? Have you watched Naruto? I'm just sitting in the back like, I have these shows, but I just can't get into them, you know? And it just sucks. It just sucks at the end of the day. Because these are shows about teens, and they're supposed to be for teens, but most of the time, adults end up watching them. Especially about the ones that take place on HBO. You know the audience that watches HBO. So why are you making a show about minors? It's not adding up at all. A lot of these shows would make so much more sense if you just age them up. They could even be freshmen in college. Because I'm pretty sure college kids do need more shows. They do. Along with people ending college too, why not? If they would, teens will feel so much better if they were set in freshmen in college or sophomores in college. It's not that hard to add 2 years. Because for whatever reason, you're expecting me to believe this perfect person with no acne, fully beat face, no bad hair day, forehead wrinkles, is supposed to be 15, 16, 17. No. And speaking of which, that leads me into my next section, which is the impact that these shows have. So, the sad thing is, most of us learning about the deed, the business, if you will, is not from parents. It's not from school. It is from these shows. It is from these shows. Any teen show you see, you will see them doing business. And I'm just like, I just want them to talk about, honestly, how we are treated like kids but expected to act like adults. Not that we are treated like kids and do adult things. And which just lead me into my next point, is that a lot of these just set unrealistic expectations for teens. Like, immediately when you go into high school, you're gonna have days where you have no acne, you're gonna have a face beat, you're gonna have no bad hair days, you're gonna automatically have abs, you're gonna be seeing supermodels in front of you every
lies, and more lies, and lies on top of lies.
Every day, when in reality that's not the case. Most people do experience changes in their later years of high school. You're not going to automatically be a freshman or sophomore and expect your chest to get bigger, your butt to get bigger, for your acne to go away, because that's not the case. Even though I was an early bloomer, I started peaking when I was 10, as well as my face started maturing over the years. You will have some teens feel bad because they still have a baby face, and that's okay, because you know why? You're still a baby. You're just a baby with some responsibilities, honey. Aww. And you'll have guys be thinking, oh, I'm a loser if I don't have abs, if I don't have perfect hair. Just sets all these unrealistic expectations for nothing. Because they know, because even these actors know they didn't look like that when they were our age. Because then the thing is, when you do have a teen that is moody, emotional, even rebellious if you will, they are hated on so much. But in reality, that's how teenagers act. We act stupid, we act emotional, because we just go through too much, and we're hated on too much. But they have no problem seeing them drink their kidneys out, smoking until they are high, having sex until, as Ariana Grande says it, until they got you walking side to side.
Next caller, next caller, next caller.
And they'll be praised for being realistic, accurate. This is a teen experience. This is the Gen Z experience. Euphoria. Sorry, I got something in my throat. Which is just nonsense. Because you're sending the message that I'm a teen, so I should be vaping, I should be smoking, I should be drinking, I should be having sex. But you really don't need to. That's what your adulthood is for. Also, one thing I do want to add for impact is when you do see actual teens getting pregnant, and being sexually active. They are called hoes, they are called fags, they are called sluts, every single derogatory name in the book. And in reality, they're just mimicking what they see on screen. Yeah,
If they see teens thotting and bopping and gyrating and dropping it like it's hot, that's what they're gonna do in real life. So are you surprised?
And that just leaves me with the sense of unpreparedness. I didn't know what proofs were. We're supposed to be learning about the academic means, but all we're learning is that you're gonna get shamed if you act like an adult even though you're still a kid. Which is just sad. It's just sad at this point. But the shows I do recommend, because either, in conclusion, either we're gonna be portrayed as too childish like Nickelodeon or Disney, or we're gonna be adultified too much like the CW and Netflix and definitely HBO. So I feel like some shows that do represent teens accurately is Stargirl, Black Lightning, Julie and the Phantoms, Alexa and Katie, Ashley Garcia, and Superman and Lois. And these shows are either on Netflix or HBO Max, because I do have a video coming on that soon of why people hate teens that like actually act like teens.
And the teen characters in the shows I just mentioned are either played by teens or actors not too far from their teens,
which is just nonsense. But anyways, guys, that's the end of my chit chat. One more thing I want to say is, if you portray these kids smoking, drinking, having sex, if you know that you can't have actual 15, 16, 17-year-olds wash your stuff and or do those things, that's your problem there. But anyways, y'all, my last video is in the description, and I have a new song coming this weekend, so stay tuned for that. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.